Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the GR2120 with a 54-inch deck. This unit right here beside me, it is my own personal unit. So in today's video we're going to do an overview of the unit, which we have done in the past. We're going to go into detail about what all is sitting right here, what makes this unit so special, and then I'm going to give my 70-hour review of it. That's how many hours I have on this unit. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of what I've enjoyed, what I've not liked about the unit, and then at the very end we're going to do a ride and drive. We've done one in the past with it, and a few of the comments were that we didn't do it long enough. So we're really going to kind of hammer that out and go for a little bit longer, showing you what this unit is capable of, because it is a very special unit. The GR isn't like what you're going to see out there. So stick with us and we'll start with the overview. Okay, so whenever we start with an overview of this unit, we'll do what we always do, and that's start at the front and work our way to the back, pointing out some key facts and features about this unit. So whenever we start up front here, as you can see, I've already turned the wheels here. It tells us in the literature that it does a 70-degree turn there, which basically, lets that wheel go, kind of almost sideways to let it turn sharp is what it is. It's called the glide steer, and that's what that silver bracketry is up on the top. Basically lets that wheel turn, makes you let it go sharper. It also disengages the rear traction on the inner wheel. So in this case, if I'm turning this way, this one is going to spin freely, not tearing up your lawn is basically what you're aiming for on that. I always use the example of a well casing. It's not going to go right around that, but the turning radius is extremely sharp in that case of going around. Obstacles and everything in your yard makes it, quicker, faster, gets you done sooner. After that, staying on the front is it does have power steering. It can turn on a dime, and not only that, but very easy to do with that power steering. And that's what you're aiming for, right? Whenever you're paying for a unit like this, you kind of want to be able to have some benefits of it, and one of them is power steering. It makes it nice and easy to get into those turns. After that, again, it is all-wheel drive, so whether it's front axle or rear axle, they're all going to spin for you. This unit is going to take you up hills, down hills, sideways. As long as you can keep two wheels on the ground, it's going to get you there. You may be knocked off or fall off or whatnot, but it's going to get you there no matter what you're aiming for. And that is one of the benefits of it. Somebody will come in and go, I have an extremely steep hill, will his GR go up it? And I can answer yes without even having to see it, because I know that it will do it. Because if you've been cutting the grass with something else, this thing's going to do an even better job and get you there, no problem at all. Whenever we move a little bit higher up here, we've got a choice of engines. So you can get a GR2020 with a 2-cylinder Kohler engine in it, being gas. Again, not as popular. It's going to come with a 48-inch deck with that. More popular is the diesel series, which is the GR2120. You got wet? Did you spill? So whenever you get into it is the diesel, again, is going to come with either a 48-inch deck or a 54, and it is a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel under there. Again, it is rated at 17 horsepower. It used to be 21, rated at 21. The rankings have all changed and stuff. That's how the GR got its name. It was 21 horsepower, now down to 17, but the exact same engine over the years. Whenever you move a little bit farther back and you get into the operator station, it is a bit lacking. Again, for the price of the units now, it is been looking the same for roughly 12-15 years, basically since the GR2000s came out in roughly 2005. So, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's tried and tested and works. Whenever you get to the dash cluster, it is kind of lacking. It doesn't really tell you much information, basically just an hour meter with some other bulbs that will light up, whether you have an overheating issue or maybe preheat and stuff like that. So a little bit lacking there. It would be nice in the future if that was updated on that end. Whenever you get to the seat, it is a new seat. You can get armrests for it, highly recommended. It'd be nice if it came with tilt steering as well to increase that comfort level. But at the end of the day, it's got nice big pedals, easy to maintain. You can get that screen off in there. You get a screen off here, easy access points, nice and easy. It does have hydraulic lift on the deck. That's always nice whenever you're doing different adjustments and everything. The deck itself can be easily adjusted if it is off-centered or anyway from front to back, side to side kind of idea. One other thing is the hubcaps here. You'll see them on there. I have to mention it. They are fantastic. Unfortunately, Kubota does not make them anymore. We still have one set left. If you want to contact us, we can ship it anywhere in North America. The price is outrageous for them. So just be sitting down whenever we quote you on that one. But otherwise, the operator station is fantastic, but a little bit lacking in some of the creature comforts that you can see out there in some of the other competition. Whenever we get to the deck itself, it is shaft driven. So that eliminates some couple of belts and some pulleys and stuff. So it's going to last longer for you. Not only that, it's going to do a better job whenever wet conditions or something like that. It's just going to power through it, and you're not going to see any slippage on that belt. So again, it comes in either 48 or 54, depending on what you're looking for on the cut. At the end of the day, it kind of brings to the end of the overview part of this. So now let's talk about the 70-hour review on this unit. Okay, so now it's to do my 70-hour review of the unit. Again, I've had a few small issues with the unit. Right off the hop this was the first one that came in with the Dash 2s, which came with the orange wheels, a new seat and stuff. So we took it out, and Kubota had said it was a brand new unit. They'd kind of redesigned a few things, and the deck made a heck of a noise. It kind of like made a whistling sound. We're like, well, maybe that's just what the new decks sound like. Even though they said they hadn't changed anything in that, but it was like, okay. So I took it home, cut my grass with it a couple times, and that whistling sound never got any worse or any better, but it was still there. And then we got time to set up a second one, and it ran perfect, and it was like, and sounded like the old one. So it was like, yeah, there's probably an issue with mine. And we brought it back in, checked it, and it was obviously a bearing in the deck itself that was making that whistling sound. I didn't know that, I'm not the most handy person in the world, so I just assumed that's the way it sounded, but that's not how it was supposed to sound. So once you check that out, that was the issue on that. And that was it. The first couple hours came right from factory like that. We had a seat switch issue. It started randomly shutting off. You'd be out cutting grass, and you'd be going across the yard, hit a couple small bumps, and it would shut off. Maybe you hit a few bigger bumps, and it wouldn't even restart at times. So it's kind of narrowed down, and even to myself, I figured out that more than likely is a seat switch. Replaced that, no issues since. But again, that's within 10 hours. I had to go back to the shop twice to get fixed both times, and it was kind of like, well, that's kind of disappointing for the amount of money you pay for these units. At the end of the first season, brought it in to just kind of go over it, clean out the deck, sharpen the blades, all that needed to be done. The front axle was seeping a little bit. We've run into that before with some bad seals on the front there. It's a quick and easy fix, but at the end of the day, it's not a whole lot of fun seeing your brand new unit tore apart in the front end to get that fixed. So kind of disappointing on that end, but at the end of the day, so that's three small issues, one being a little bit bigger than the other ones at the beginning. But since then, so this past season and a half, haven't run into any issues. It's been running great. So that's about 50 hours of runtime with no issues. And I don't really see any in the near future. Again, it has gone through its 50-hour first service, sharpened the blades, and should still get another season or two out of those blades. So they do last forever. And after that I still wouldn't trade this unit for anything else. I love cutting grass with GRs. Again, with the hill that you're going to see here in the ride drive, you're going to see that it's very steep. My options are very limited. Yes, I could get a BX to go up and down that. I probably wouldn't feel nearly as comfortable as I do to a low to the ground GR like this. Yeah, you do actually sit up quite high, but not nearly as high as you are on a BX. So again, comfort level and the cut quality is never going to be topped by a GR in the Kubota lineup. So this is what I love cutting grass with, and probably will never cut grass here with anything but a GR. So now let's skip to actual ride and drive so you can kind of see what I do with this unit. Okay, so that brings the end of today's ride and drive portion. Hopefully it was long enough and you got an idea of how this unit performs. You know, we started with it out on that steep hill, you know. I was going up and down it and then sideways. And, you know, this thing doesn't even hesitate. It's going to take you wherever you want to go. Luckily enough, the operator is going to give up, in this case being me, long before it does. Because you're going to be comfortable. That's what it aims for. You know, you're sitting up, it feels like high, but all the weight is down low, so it is nicely firmly planted. It's going to go wherever you want and you're going to feel comfortable doing it. That's what the all-wheel drive does for you. After that, you know, we brought it out here to these fruit trees and some mature trees to kind of give you an idea what the power steering can do for you. And then a glide steer, because you can see it does turn quite sharp. Again, those mature trees, it's one and done kind of idea. And then around the nice skinny fruit trees, it is a double turn and away you go again. So nice, quick, simple, easy to use. And last but not least, we took it out into the rough terrain to kind of give you an idea of what it can handle that way. Again, not everyday use going out there, because again, that had been rotary cut about 2 weeks ago, and then I left the deck up nice and high and went over it. And you know, one more cut and that can be turned into lawn. Again, it's going to take some work because it is pretty rough there. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. As you can see, I've got lots left to cut. If you want to come by, you can definitely try out the machine and I can give you a few acres to cut. If you did enjoy today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below.